two, it's gonna help your kicks just look way cleaner. There you go. What number is this?
This is 15.
15. Only 5 more, man. It's looking good. Try to reach more. Extend that leg. Good.
He pulled it away on purpose, Gavin, not so you take a step closer.
Yeah, I was just gonna say. Slide further back. There you go. Good. There was it. Nice. All right. We'll just flip this on the other side.
And with that, Gavin, when he's talking about it, it also applies to the tournament. You can't just, I've told you a bunch of times, every time we go to a tournament, you need to stretch out and warm up. And
yes, absolutely.
If there's no one on the mat competing, go out and grab a spot and just start warming up and doing stuff.
Oh yeah, like every tournament with my demo team, like I make sure, like when they're on the mat, I go, all right guys, jumping jacks, mountain climbers, crunches, push-ups. I make sure that they're like ready, because I don't know, a lot of, especially when you're in the winter, like Princeton gets freezing in the mornings. But if it's like anything else. Like you don't really. That's why every workout has a warm-up, because you don't start reaching your peak unless your body is stretched out, warmed up, you got the blood flowing. So at tournaments, even just like do what we do in class. 30 jumping jacks, 25 mountain climbers, 20 crunches, 15 push-ups, and then just practice your kicks and punches and stuff.
It's always a fight with him when we go to tournaments. I'm like, dude, the mat's open right now while they're in between. I'm like, do some warm-up time.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I will say, like, it can be nervous, like it can be not embarrassing, but you can just get like nervous just going out on the mat and like taking your place, because it's like, I don't want to take place on the mat that somebody else could use, but it's like you're there too. You paid to compete.
You're there, own it.
Yeah, get out there, warm up, get yourself seen too, because if the judges, especially like sparring divisions, if the judges see you out on the mat like warming up and stuff, that goes a long way towards your credibility. So it's just something you should always do. What number are you at?
That would be 8.
8? Let's go. Nice. Try to hit with your heel. Don't lean back. Heel. Oh, that's the ball of the foot.
Yeah, it's my balls. I'm more used to like having my ball.
That's okay. Try to turn your hips towards the bag a little bit, because that'll help make your kick. It'll help it be easier to hit with the heel, and you're engaging more of your like back leg muscles. Boom. That's good. Let's see. What's this? 10, 11?
This is 12.
12. All right, man. 8 more. Slide a little further away. Yeah. Good. Try not to lean into it. Try not to lean forward. Try not to lean anyway. Just keep your back straight and just reach with your leg. Yeah, there you go. Those hands up. 4 more. 4 more, Gav. 4 more. Boom. 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 Last one, I think. Hey, all right. Go ahead. Put on those hand weights. Do you want to get a sip of water or anything real quick?
Yeah, I'll get a quick sip of water.
Good.
Here, before I forget.
Oh, right on. Thank you. And I forget, are we doing a lesson before, like, is this our last lesson before?
We have Friday night.
Okay, that's right.
7 o'clock.
All right, perfect. I was here last night, and I was, like, finishing up class. I was like, do I have something else I gotta do? So, all right, cool.
Yeah, because you said yesterday was belt graduation.
Yep.
Next Sunday is tournament.
And next Saturday we
have a
think,
birthday party.
Yeah, you have 2 birthday parties back to back.
Oh, yeah, don't remind
So
me.
why we can't have Saturday, because then
Yeah, birthday parties are why we can't have nice things. All right. about
forms.
choreo is the hardest part about it is I would say.
The side thrust kick.
Well, I'm not talking about the single moves. I would say, because your side thrust kick looks good. It's just the only issue you have with it is leaning a little bit, which isn't like it's not something like some kids aren't flexible and they're not trained. So if they want to get a good kick, they have to lean back. But you don't have to do that. You can do a good side thrust kick. You just need to remember to do it. So that's not a big issue. The biggest thing with it, I would say, is just making it look strong and probably good rhythm too. You know, like when I do my kata, just like when you're listening to like a drum solo or something, you want it to have like certain rhythm, certain tempo. Even if you don't know the kata, like if I'm watching and I don't know choreo, it should still feel like, okay, there's like a tempo to this. So a lot of
Yeah, that's the hard part. Having it all flow together.
exactly. So this week, while you're training at home, just do slow motion choreo. Do you like have a mirror you can practice in front of?
No. Because my sister, didn't sister still have that large mirror in her room?
Yeah, but it's on her wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's tall, not wide.
Okay, well, if you ever want to come in here and like train when there's like not class going on or something, you can do that too. Because the best training tool for katas is the mirror, because that's how you look at all the imperfections, and that's, you know, it just is so important. So if you ever want to come in here when there's not classes, I recommend just doing choreo, but holding each move for 3 seconds without moving. 1, 2.
Oh, I know how to do it.
What?
Plug the computer into the TV.
Yeah, there you go. Get the.
Put the camera on it so that way you can see it.
Yeah, I used to do that all the time at my house because I was the same way. I was always a computer nerd. I didn't have like a bunch of mirrors and stuff. So.
So,
What do you mean I was a computer nerd? Don't lie and act
Well,
like you're
I
not.
still am.
Exactly.
Now I'm more karate nerd, but.
wait, why are you tired of plugging in your camera?
Huh?
Plug a camera onto you so that way you could.
Like
look
take
at
the laptop, open it up, plug it into the TV,
Yeah,
turn the
just
camera on, and have it on the TV.
Oh yeah, I just
Yeah.
remembered about the camera. I just turn the
Especially if
camera
we're at work.
on
It makes it
YouTube.
even better.
Yeah, I can just turn the camera on to it and look up and I just press that search button that pulls up that browser in a Chromebook that has all those apps. Click on the camera, close it up, it still shows it.
Whoa, you can close the computer?
Yeah.
No, you have to have it open to have the camera on you.
Yeah, because it's quite smaller. It just turns it all smaller.
Oh, alright. Well, let me see you do choreo.
We are agreed. We're doing forms, sparring, and creative forms, right? Those are the only 3 things.
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay.
And then, yeah, weapons forms. We'll keep working on.
Yeah, we're gonna keep working on
I figure
weapons.
getting a drilling choreo, getting a creative, and getting a weapons form all in like, what was it, 3 months?
Yeah, that was a
It's
lot.
a lot of stuff. And then I don't know if I'm working with anyone at 11:30, but if we've got a little extra time, do you want to do any sparring drills?
Sure.
Alright, cool. Let me see choreo. We'll run through choreo 3 times. Make it strong.
Choreo.
All right, because you're officially registered now.
Don't worry about having super low stances. Just worry about having really strong stances. There you go. That's way better. And that circle. Good stance. Back straight. Nice. Give me that key again. Louder. Go for it. There you go. That's better. Yeah, I saw those arms. You fixed it though. That's good. Keep going. Good. Chamber, tight chamber. minor nitpicky thing. At the end of choreo, have your feet turned inwards like this. That's called a sanchin stance.
It's like the traditional how they always had their feet out.
Exactly. Well, traditional. Well, essentially, yeah. So traditional stances, like your attention stance, your toes would be spread out. A sanjin stance is when you keep your balls of your feet on the ground and you just shift your toes out. That's the proper distribution of like distance between your feet for that. So that'd be American Koryo. Well, you just bring your feet apart like that. Yeah. You don't want them too far. Just like a little bit.
Like this, like a bit of a shoulder width.
Yeah, and it's like if you basically just want to have your heels go right past your big toes, like that. This and your knees. We're not gonna get too much into it, but you want to have your knees bent a little bit inwards, so that way you've got some good foundation. But that was good though. Let's do choreo again, with the hand weights, then once without them. And remember, the higher pitched breathing. So as opposed to do the higher pitched moves on strikes. So if I'm doing, if I'm doing blocks, so remember that. Well, let's see. Go for it once more with the hand weights.
Choreo.
Good. Focus just on solid stances. Don't worry about how low they are, just worry about how strong they are. Good, chambers. Loud. There it is. Good, hands on that one. Don't adjust your stance. Go get rid of the hand weights. So, honestly, I think what you should do this week, you don't even need to really drill choreo that much. It's mainly just drilling like your stances and stance transitions. So, one thing that you're doing in a lot of your moves, and I think it's because of the hand weights, but you know how when I teach double star block or blocking set or something, how I teach the kids, I'm like, all right, don't do this where my moves are just kind of
flowing. You have to like lock.
Yeah, lock it, lock it. I noticed it when you went for your after you do your spear and then clear, I notice you kind of like go like this and then start moving this arm already. And you do a lot of this too. Watch my left foot. Yeah. It's the same thing. If you're not moving, you're not moving. If you are moving, move and then stop. Even if you're, like I said, even if your stances aren't the best stances in the world, it's way better to have like 80% out of 100% stances, but when you do them, you stick them, rather than 100% out of 100% stances, but when you do them, you have to like adjust it to them. So let's go choreo one more time.
It shows confidence too.
Exactly.
Okay, listen, my stance didn't land exactly perfect, but boom, I nailed it. I didn't move.
Yes, exactly. And it's one of those things where, hey, everyone's stances are different. That's like, there's some leeway where it's like, who's the judge to say if that stance wasn't the perfect stance? Maybe I feel strongest that way. Like, this is how I do my kata, judges. Take it or leave it. Let's see. Good. Look where your moves are going. Ooh, there we arms, man. Getting tired. Nice. That was really good. Once you got up here, and is there somebody here, by the way? I kept
No.
hearing.
It was me moving the seat, probably.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that was good. What was I gonna say? Towards the end, I could tell you're starting to get a little tired. Your stances and everything was starting to slow down a little bit. Once I said, "You're getting tired, man. Tighten it up." It looked way better. All right. So Knuckles, we'll wrap up with Koryo for now. I'm gonna hit the restroom real quick, but if you guys got time, we can do some sparring drills. How are you feeling on the sparring?
A bit good. Once I go start.
He could definitely use some practice, I think.
Okay.
Again, here, hold on. You know what? This here, right now, because I want you to see this. Let me pause this. We're gonna.